the Halle Berry. Daddy Mars. What the fuck? That's not it. It is just. Oh, fuck you. So let y'all know that. What the Halle Berry? What the Halle Berry? What the hell?
Is now officially open.
LeBron James.
Come on.
Nigga, what the fuck?
With the first pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Tennessee Titans select Cameron Ward, quarterback, Miami.
So the expected is now official. And Cam Ward comes out of the green room. His night was as quick as we thought it would be. And he is the first overall pick of the 2025 NFL Draft, becoming the third player from the University of Miami to be selected first overall in the common draft era. The last one was Russell Maryland. The one before that is Vinny Testaverde. And yes, as we are watching Cam Ward have his moment, I have to pass along that the Jacksonville Jaguars are now on the clock.
Incredible.
So the Browns took 2.5 minutes to field a call from Duval County, and the Jacksonville Jaguars have moved up from 5 to 2. 7 minutes until we hear that pick at the very least. In the meantime, let's give Cam Ward his due, Daniel Jeremiah.
Yeah, I'm excited to see him at the next level. He's going to be able to expand the playbook, not only the play as it's designed, but his ability to extend and create as well. And it's ironic, CD, that as he mentioned the other day, he gets to go play with his favorite players, and Calvin Ridley and company, who he shouted out the other night.
And the other part about it is we probably haven't talked as much about how much he loves the game and absorbs and can create. Got a story about when he first got to Miami. First day of practice, able to go ahead and decipher defenses, change things quickly, and they think, we got a live one in this young man.
Cam, you got a lot of number ones in your life. You started with one offer from Incarnate Word. You are now the number 1 overall pick. How does this moment feel to you?
It's special. You know, God did everything for me, him, myself, my family, and you know, I'm just blessed to be here. I'm ready to get to work, you know, with the Titans, with my teammates, and I'm just ready to get the process going.
We've seen you playing football, playing catch in the back all night long. You're staying loose. How ready are you to get to Tennessee and show them what you got?
Well, I'm ready. I mean, that's all I've been dreaming for. It was an opportunity to play in the National Football League, and they blessed me with it, so I'll make sure they get everything I got.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
First off, Duval.
My son from Duval.
I want to say thank you to the commissioner. Thank you to the Payton family and the NFL and nationwide. And also, too, tonight I want to encourage each player embarking on the NFL journey to identify a passion close to their heart and act upon it. Use your platform to make your community, the league, and this world a better place. As we remember, Walter Payton, strive to leave a positive legacy of your own.
And it better be,
Thank you.
And it better be fucking your boy. Oh,
We have a trade.
Oh, so Jacksonville about to get.
The Cleveland Browns have
Travis.
traded the second pick to the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh,
And
my
with the
God.
second pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Travis Hunter, wide receiver, defensive back from Colorado.
So the Jacksonville Jaguars go bold, sort of like the color of the jacket. Travis Hunter is dancing his way out of the green room in,
Duval up, y'all.
taking that hot
all
pick
over the city of
to the land
Just
of
like they
teal
did,
in Duval County, and the
Lawrence, Travis
Jacksonville
Lawrence, Trevor
Jaguars
Lawrence.
move up 3 spots, trade next year's first-round pick and other considerations for the unicorn in this year's draft. The last time a wide receiver was taken second overall was when this happened to Calvin Johnson in 2007. The last time a cornerback was chosen in the top 2 overall picks in the NFL draft. It hasn't happened in the common draft era, and it's the first time for both in one and the same individual, the guy who just put on a Jaguars hat.
DJ, of course he's running up there. He never gets tired.
I know, he's not sweating, I can tell you that much.
115 plays per game. Just think about that. And right now, I'm just wondering, Champ Bailey, all those other guys who could, Charles Woodson, did they feel like they were born too soon, Joel, for them to be utilized like this young man will be utilized in the NFL?
He is a special player, certainly, just between the lines, his instincts on both sides of the ball, but the conditioning is just off the charts. There's no way to explain it, DJ.
All right, let's get into some of the video, guys, and can show you what he does on both sides of the ball there at Colorado. Let's start, first of all, on offense. Off the charts elite ball skills. This catch against North Dakota State was ridiculous, and you see it over and over again, him go up and get it. Now, how's Trevor Lawrence going to enjoy this? A quick little hitch here, and let him break a tackle, and off he goes, run after catch. On defense, you'll see him in man coverage. I like him best when he's off. I think he's most comfortable there, but flashing some man cover skills there. This is his bread and butter. He's going to set traps and off coverage. He's going to read the quarterback and just use his instincts to go find and play the football. You look at some of these wide receivers and cornerbacks in the same game.
Travis, what is making you jump around this stage with glee? You just got drafted as the first two-way player in a long time. What is happening in your heart right now?
I'm just super excited. You know, I get to go back home, but also, you know, somewhere I wanted to play, and I'm so excited that they picked me.
The Jacksonville Jaguars just traded up to get your services to their team. What conversations have you had with them with how you are going to be used in the NFL?
The crazy part is I had no conversation with them outside of the combine, so I didn't know what to expect, and I'm excited that they came and picked me. I wanted to cry, but I can't cry right now because I'm too excited.
We can feel that. Congratulations, Travis.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Brian Daboll, Joe Shane, GM, in a very interesting jacket. I like it right there. It's very. Is that in honor of Wink Martindale? I don't know what that is.
With the third pick
Here's the commissioner.
in the 2025 NFL Draft, the New York Giants select Abdul Carter, defensive end, Penn State.
So the first spot that could have gone to Shedeur Sanders that we expected does go as expected to a dynamic Penn State Nittany Lion, Abdul Carter. He is now going to Broadway with Brian Burns and Kayvon Thibodeau and the rest of that terrific defensive line.
Usually when the GM gives somebody in the draft room a quick rip move, that means that they've just taken a pass rusher that he's very excited about. Abdul Carter, to me, there's two big-time elite players, whatever order you have them, between Hunter and Carter, those are the guys. Big-time burst off the line of scrimmage. He just reminds me a little bit of Von Miller, the way he can bend and the speed that he has off the line. These are early wins where you see tackles like this one at USC not even get a hand on him, and then he's able to turn that short corner. That quick first step, again, these are early, quick wins for Abdul Carter. He used to be an off-the-ball linebacker. You want him to play off the ball, no problem. He can range laterally sideline to sideline. You see an athletic quarterback like, I don't know, maybe Jalen Hurts inside the division. We can have him mirror and spy and do that as well. Again, this is an elite player, and he's an elite player in any draft.
And let's face it, they have to get better in their own division. Who they're chasing down. They're chasing down Philadelphia, chasing down Washington with the dynamic young quarterback. Second part of all of this is, don't forget Kayvon Thibodeau's status. Is the fifth-year option in play? What's going to happen there? Right now, there's 3 great pass rushers. He may be the replacement if Thibodeau's not there anymore. So this is a big-time move for them. And by the way, Rich, you're from New York.
Yes, sir.
Is it not baked in? I know you're a Jets guy. Is it not baked in the DNA of Giants fans to chant defense? That's a big deal for them. To get back to playing defense the way the Giants have done it in the past, Abdul Carter helps get them there.
Abdul, you are born and raised in Philadelphia. You are wearing a New York Giants hat now. What does that tell you about your football future and the commitment the New York City market has made to you?
Yeah, I love it. I appreciate New York. They get everything out of me. I'm thankful to be here. I'm thankful to have this opportunity.
In what ways are you going to make this Giants defense incredible?
Just being myself, just being incredible. That's what I am. That's what I do. That's what I've been doing my whole life in New York. I'm coming. Y'all going to get the best out of me.
Got a great smile, Abdul. Thank you.
Thank you.
With the 4th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the New England Patriots select Will Campbell, tackle, LSU.
So the Patriots decide to go for protection up front for their diamond in the rough quarterback rather than anything else. Your thoughts, Daniel Jeremiah?
Of all the teams in this draft, to me, the tackle need for the Patriots was probably the most glaring across all 32 teams. They had to go in this direction. They go with Will Campbell out of LSU.
Will, you are Mr. Louisiana, but you just got a love letter from the New England Patriots. You haven't stopped smiling since you heard your name. What's behind that smile?
Man, just all the hard work.
Congratulations.
I've worked my entire life to be up here, to be able to get my name called by a franchise like New England. It means everything to me.
We can feel that. We absolutely can feel that, Will. You are brought to New England to protect Drake May. What kind of tone are you going to set on this offensive line?
I'm going to fight and die to protect them with everything I've got.
Congratulations, Will.
I appreciate it.
With the Browns moving down to make this selection.
With the 5th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Cleveland Browns select Mason Graham, defensive tackle, Michigan.
Wow, Browns fans, welcome in a Wolverine to the mix. It's Mason Graham going to Cleveland. No Travis Hunter, 2nd overall. They have 5th overall. It's Mason Graham, a terrific defensive lineman, to round out the top 5 as the new Cleveland Brown.
Mason Graham, you are a Michigan man, but did you just make nice with the state of Ohio?
I guess so. I mean, that's where my future's at, and I'm going to do everything I can, put Cleveland back on top.
You hang up that phone call and you know you're about to line up next to Myles Garrett every day. How does that sound?
I mean, such a blessing. He's a fierce competitor. I want to play with guys like that. And yeah, he's the real deal, so.
Congratulations, Mason.
Appreciate it.
With the 6th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Las Vegas Raiders select Ashton Jeanty, running back, Boise State.
From the blue turf to silver and black, Ashton Jeanty is the first choice of the Pete Carroll administration, and I was talking to Ashton on my show a couple weeks ago. Interestingly enough, one of the running backs he's been talking to for advice is Marshawn Lynch. So this tracks, DJ.
Yeah, you talk about two guys who hate to be tackled. I would put him in that company. Starts out with that unique stance. He's standing upright. He is very slippery and elusive. You see him get out of some tough situations when you're watching that Boise State tape. But this is the calling card. Again, you've got an unblocked defender. They get free cracks at him, and you can't get him on the ground because of that contact balance. He is just a piece of muscle. There's not a lot of surface to hit on him. You see, again, the contact balance here, always finding a way to get forward. Right foot, right shoulder, able to power through as it's time for Next Gen Stats powered by AWS. You look at these top NGS overall scores and look at the company that he's in there. Those are some incredibly productive running backs that have entered into the NFL. So one of the fun players to watch. If you had any questions, just watch the Oregon game, kick your feet up on the desk and enjoy.
That was pretty early in the season, too. Kind of announced his presence with authority, didn't he? Here's the other thing to think about. Pete Carroll as a head coach. We always talk about past successes, how you did it. Is that predictive? Well, you mentioned Marshawn Lynch already, Rich.
You are going to the entertainment capital of the world to play football. What makes you a headliner for the Las Vegas Raiders?
I mean, you seen it, the energy, you seen the dance moves. I'm ready to go entertain each and every week on Sunday.
The commissioner of the NFL just picked you up in that hug. Is that the last man that's going to try to tackle you in the NFL?
Nah, I don't think so.
Congratulations, Ashton.
Thank you.
With the 7th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the New York Jets select Armand Membou, Missouri, tackle.
So once again, no tight end. Instead, it is a member of the offensive line for the New York Jets, the kid from Missouri, Armand Membou, who had a terrific combine. He's going to New York.
Yeah, he's a right tackle. He'll stay at right tackle there for the Jets. I thought this decision would be tight end tackle, as you said, Rich. I think they went Membou, who's very explosive.
With the 8th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Carolina Panthers select Teteroa McMillan.
Oh.
Wide receiver, Arizona.
So they go offense, and they go Tet McMillan, who is technically the second wide receiver chosen tonight. And it's the kid from Arizona coming out, and he is going to join this offense in Carolina.
Well, Dave Canales got this job based off what he did in Tampa Bay with a big receiver like Mike Evans and that explosive offense they had there. So he goes out and gets one as a head coach and gets Tet McMillan, who is very long and rangy. Kind of remind me a little bit of Drake London in some instances. Watch him go up and get the ball. That length, he plays above the rim. Think about Bryce down there in the red zone. Just throw it up with tremendous touch, which he can do. He can go get it. How about the special one-handed catch here against Colorado? The body control, balls underthrown, no problem. For a bigger receiver, he can really adjust down the field and play like a smaller guy. He's slippery with the ball in his hands after the catch. My thing, he's got to play with a little more consistent urgency. There's times where you'll see him ease on the backside of routes. That's something that's coachable. You got to get that out of him. But the raw ability, his basketball or his volleyball background, it shows up on the football field.
Huge production. I mean, huge production. He had 174 catches, 2,700 yards, and everybody in the building knew he was getting the ball. I mean, that's just the flat-out facts of it. And this is not an excuse, DJ, but I would just say there are some colleges and college offenses that will teach in their coaching room, in their individual rooms, the backside receiver, hey, take this play off. You know, and so I don't like it either when I see it on film, but I'm telling you, these guys, some of them are coached to do that in these offenses, and it's tough to scout when you're seeing that on film. But this guy in a 50-50 situation, CD, I don't know if there's anybody better.
Shorter quarterback, bigger targets. Last year was Xavier Legette. They need him to come along and play better. McMillan, another big, wide-ranging target for the shorter quarterback, Bryce Young, a little more forgiving as they throw it downfield.
So Bryce Young now has a Tet to go with his Legette. Kurt Warner, take it away. I'll tell you what I love about this, guys, is I believe he could be a true X receiver.
Teteroa, we know who you are on the football field, but you are letting everybody know who you are with an homage to your heritage tonight. Why was this important to you?
Oh, man. You know, everything I do is not only to glorify him, the man above, but, you know, to put on for my Polynesian people. So shout out to all my Polys, man. We did it.
You see this Panthers fan base right here. They got a...
Come on. Come on, man.
They got a big face of Bryce Young back there. What kind of magic are you guys going to make?
Hey, I'm going to tell you right now, the Cali connection will be something different, I promise.
Congratulations, Teteroa.
Thank you so much.
With the 9th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the New Orleans Saints select Kelvin Banks Jr., tackle, Texas.
So they go offensive line. DJ, your thoughts?
Well, I thought these tackles would come off the board quick because there's not a lot of them that you can count on to come in and start and play right away. Last year, the Saints got Talisi Fuaga to handle one tackle spot. Now they get the other one taken care of. Think about Kellen Moore just winning the Super Bowl with a team that's all about the line of scrimmage with the Philadelphia Eagles. So not a surprise at all to see them go with tackle. We'll see which quarterback they're protecting down the road here and see what that looks like. But investing in the trenches, not surprised to see that's the direction they went.
So with the 10th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Chicago Bears select Colston Loveland, tight end, Michigan.
Wow, so it's Colston Loveland, not Tyler Warren. That's a bit of a surprise.
I had them right next to each other on my list, so they're both excellent players, different styles.
With the 21st pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Derek Harmon, defensive tackle, Oregon.
And the reaction from the crowd as the Steelers go and take a duck for right there in the middle of their defensive line.
I had a chance to go see him live, and he's impressive. He's on the other side of the line of scrimmage constantly. You see his quickness. He was at Michigan State, transferred to Oregon. He identified Oregon as not only the school, but the scheme that he wanted to play in because they would let him get up the field and attack. And that's what he did for Oregon all year long. He was just a load to block, disruptive against the run as well as against the pass. And line of scrimmage, Pittsburgh Steelers, something feels kind of right about that.
With the 22nd pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Los Angeles Chargers select Omarion Hampton, running back, North Carolina.
All right, so the Tar Heel is going to be putting on the powder blue.
Yeah, he was my top available offensive player left, and Omarion Hampton. Look, he reminded me of Jonathan Taylor. You see this big back get out in the open field, and he can absolutely go. You see the size. He is a big, physical, punishing runner. A lot of times you have to sacrifice with that. You'll get somebody who's maybe a little bit tight, someone who lacks the home run speed. He's got some wiggle to go along with all that strength and power as you just watch him run through contact down after down. He was involved and productive in the pass game. They've got two backs now with him and Najee Harris that can catch the ball. He's just got a lot more top speed than Najee Harris does. But Jim Harbaugh is always going to want to pound the rock, guys, and now he's got a stable of backs, and they are big, punishing runners.
With the 23rd pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the 13-time world champion Green Bay Packers, for the first time since 2002, draft a wide receiver.
Listen to this crowd.
Oh, baby.
Matthew Golden, wide receiver, Texas.
And he's here. And he's here.
I'll tell you what, timing is everything. You wait till the draft is in Green Bay. You go get a man for the green and gold named Golden. You can't script this any better. Everybody in this entire crowd wanted a wide receiver, Rich, and they came through for him.
Listen to this crowd. Talk about giving the people what they want. Let's bring a draft to Green Bay. Let's hold it in the parking lot. Let's have 125,000 people. Let's chant "Go Pack Go" and have the first wide receiver taken with a first-round pick since 2002. And let's have the kid be here in Green Bay, and let's have the word gold in his last name. That is what we call checking every box.
DJ, I think you were the one coming up with it, writing it to me. This is now Matthew Green and Golden.
It's unbelievable. And by the way, this is also the greatest example of peer pressure that I've ever seen in my entire life. This will be in textbooks.
But remember, the fans own the team.
Green Bay on three.
Take a second.
Let me get a Green Bay on three. 1, 2, 3.
He doesn't know the Go Pack Go yet. he went 1, 2, 3 Green Bay.
He hasn't gotten the handbook yet.
Matthew, this crowd just welcomed you with a cheer and a hug. You got the G on your chest. Was this destiny for you tonight, Matthew Golden wearing the green and gold?
Yeah, it was all a part of the plan, man. God made me wait this long, and it was for a reason, man. I can't thank him enough.
You get to make a lot of decisions now about your life, but one of which it sounds like you want to do something really special for your family. What is that now that you get to play in the NFL?
Man, I want to get back to my grandma. You know, we lost our property a couple years ago, and, you know, I just want to get back to my family, man. And, you know, they did so much for me, and they put me in this position, so all I can do is get back to them.
They love you for that, and you got a whole lot of new family here tonight.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
With the 24th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Minnesota Vikings select Donovan Jackson, guard, Ohio State.
All right, so Donovan Jackson is going to Minnesota.
The Houston Texans have traded the 25th pick to the New York Giants. With the 25th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the New York Giants select Jackson Dart, quarterback, Mississippi.
So it is the Ole Miss quarterback, Jackson Dart. He is a first-round selection. He is going to the division with Dak and Jalen Hurts and Jaden Daniels. He is going to be a guy who has every shot in the world to be the quarterback of the Giants. One would think if not this year, then certainly in future years. What a moment for this kid sitting in Utah right now, going to Broadway to be the Giants quarterback at some point.
Yeah, this young quarterback, Ole Miss, is going to have fun throwing to Malik Neighbors at LSU. The SEC rival, is going to get along quite well there as they grow up together. This is someone who got better every year. You see the comparison there with Jalen Hurts, and that's what that's about. You're buying into someone who just continues to improve. You look at what he does with these kind of up and down throws, over linebackers, under safeties. That shows you the touch, the ability to escape rushers, get away, and make plays down the field. You see a deep ball here right on the money. Had a nice pairing of wide receivers to throw the ball to there at Ole Miss. The pocket movement, you see him climb up in the pocket versus pressure, and he was effective as a runner, no doubt.
It's a division they think they can still go get someone, even though Tampa's won it 4 straight years. They haven't run away with the division. Atlanta feels like they can go do it.
Los Angeles Rams have traded the 26th pick to the Atlanta Falcons. With the 26th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Atlanta Falcons select James Pierce Jr., defensive end, Tennessee.
So a team that needed pass rush has now absolutely checked the boxes this evening.
We begged them for years, just take a pass rusher in the first round. They never did it. Now they decide to double up.
With the 27th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Baltimore Ravens select Malachi Starks, defensive back, Georgia.
And so it has been written, and so it has now been done. Malachi Starks is coming out of the green room. That leaves only 4 prospects still in there. And he is the one that was just chatting with the Ravens. Daniel, take it away.
Yeah, this is someone who can play in the nickel, can play as the high safety. I think with the Ravens, that's where he's going to be. He's going to be that on top of the Christmas tree safety there. Someone who is very smooth, fluid, You talk to the folks at Georgia, they talk about the leadership he provided. He has got big time character, excellent communicator, and excellent leader. Here he is down the field, locating the ball in the deep half, showing you those ball skills. This was in an early game here, first game right out the chute. How about this play? Watch him go up and get it.
That was the season opener.
That was it. And so you want to see a few more plays on the ball. He didn't get those opportunities the rest of the year, but watch him tackle, watch him fill the alley, close, and get guys on the ground. You can blitz him, which you know Baltimore is going to cut everybody loose in that defense, Joel.
What I love is he is such a smart player. Day one, he started for Kirby Smart.
I just got my first hug of the night from one of the draft prospects. You just hugged Roger Goodell for the longest time. What was the meaning behind such a long embrace with him?
It's been a long week, and just kind of be able to meet him throughout the week and just kind of watch him as a kid since I was a kid and be up here with him. And, I've been waiting for a long time in that room back there, and I'm ready to go to work.
You got some time with your family while you waited. What has your family done for you to get you to this moment?
Man, I couldn't thank them enough. All the sacrifices that they made for me. My mom, my dad, I told him I wouldn't cry. My sister, I know she at home watching this, my fiance back there. My agency, man, they just bet on me and I bet on myself, and I'm ready to get to work.
And now you're a Baltimore Raven.
I'm ready.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
With the 28th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select Tyleik Williams, defensive tackle, Ohio State.
Well, they stay in the Big Ten there and go Tyleik Williams. A little bit earlier than I thought he would go. I thought he would be more in the second round range, but they know what they like, and this is someone who is strong and powerful, plays with a lot of upper torque. You see him press out blocks. He can hold that point of attack really, really easily. Just a big, strong, powerful guy at 334 pounds. He's going to free up everybody else to rush on third down because of what he does on first and second down against the run. Just can eat up a lot of space. You see these little glimpses of his ability to get on the other side and be a disruptor. As a pass rusher, it's more pure power than anything else. But to me, he's going to give you pass rush opportunities, Joel, on third down by him stopping the run early in the down.
With the 29th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Washington Commanders select Josh Conerly Jr.
Here we go.
Tackle, Oregon.
How about that? They doubled up on tackles. You get a player as special as Jaden Daniels, Adam Peters is going to do his darndest to make sure that he's protected. Laramie Tunsil is going to play the left tackle. Josh Conerly is going to slide right in as the right tackle. And then Brandon Coleman's going to be a nice swing tackle for him, so they even have some depth there.
With the 30th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Buffalo Bills select Maxwell Harrison. Let's go!
And there is the aforementioned Mad Max, Maxwell Harrison of Kentucky. He's in the green room. We're going to see him shortly. Meanwhile, before you guys jump into this young man and what he can bring to Western New York, the two Super Bowl teams, Brett Veach, formerly of Philadelphia, and Howie Roseman, currently of Philadelphia, just made a deal. The Eagles flipped a 5th round selection to Kansas City to move out one slot. They're on the clock. So that means Kansas City is the final trade partner for anybody who wants to hop into the first round and choose somebody. That is now how you see Maxwell Harrison tapping the Bills logo in the long walk between the green room and the stage. You've got the floor on the Kentucky Wildcat.
Well, first of all, this is a defense that was 29th in third down defense last year. Maxwell Harrison's going to help that number jump way up.
The key third down of the season got him on that mesh play in the playoffs with Mahomes.
No question. And he's someone who, to your point, Charles, is a man corner. We've seen him do it. He can line up, he can take away guys who can run with his speed, and he's feisty for his size. So I'm looking forward to seeing him match up with the different types of wideouts you see within that division. Think about all the different guys you go up against. But his 4.2 speed is legit. If he had the year, if he came out after last year's, the year that he had then, he ain't getting here to this point in time.
If you remember last year,
had the shoulder injury and was out.
Bills fans were a little bit sideways when they heard that they traded with the Chiefs.
Yep.
And allowed the Chiefs to get Xavier Worthy, the fastest guy in the history of the Combine. The Bills just drafted this year's fastest guy at the Combine, who I would imagine would be marking Xavier Worthy in future games against the Chiefs.
It will be a great race as you watch him here. The burst, look at how fast and explosive he is. He can put it on cruise control on the way to the end zone. He gets himself in a bad position, not a problem. I can recover. That's Bond he's going up against, who we know he can really run. That was no issue.
Bond ran sub 4.4.
To recover there. The big year in 23 we referenced. If he had that year this year, we're talking about somebody who's a top 10, top 15 pick, and he's tough as a blitzer. The tackling wasn't as good this year. That was the result of the shoulder. I'm not worried about that.
Well, you have hugged every single prospect that has been called before you tonight. Now it is your moment. How does it feel to trade Kentucky Blue in for Buffalo Blue?
Man, I can't believe this going on right now. I'm so thankful. I'm so blessed, man. I'm so happy to hear my name called. It's truly a dream come true. I give all thanks to God.
And your family, you love them so much. You are wearing them with your heart and soul tonight. Show us your jacket.
Everywhere. They with me everywhere I go. I love my family, man. My biggest support system.
Congratulations, and Western New York's gonna love you.
Let's get to work, Buffalo!
Congratulations to Maxwell.
The Kansas City Chiefs have traded the 31st pick to the Philadelphia Eagles. With the 31st pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Philadelphia Eagles select Jihad Campbell, linebacker, Alabama.
And so congrats to him. A long night in the green room ends with him being, in Philly green. And, I mean, the guy who's 12th on your draft board has just been selected by the defending Super Bowl champs 31st overall.
He can play off the ball. He can play on the ball.
And remember, Nakobe Dean is going to be recovering from knee surgery that happened in the playoffs.
This guy is
going to take a little longer.
Good player.
Him and Zach Bond together. Talk about some length. And guys who can both rush if you want them to.
Vic Fangio somewhere rubbing his hands together gleefully.
He's like all right.
You guys remember last year I said Bond inside. That works. This guy's an all-pro.
Yeah. Wow. All right, Daniel, tell the Eagles what they've won.
Well, Edgerrin Cooper, if you saw what he did last year with these Green Bay Packers, with that speed and range that he had, as well as someone, if you want him to, can rush the quarterback. Jihad Campbell was an edge rusher in high school who moved off the ball because they had 2 first-round edge rushers off the edge in Turner and Campbell. They just had to get him on the field. But this guy, when he hits the go button, he can fly. You see it here on a little delayed blitz. Here he is coming off of the edge. Now look, he's going to need to add some more polish as a rusher, but with his athleticism, speed, and his ability to bend, I think there's tremendous upside with him there, and again, has that high school background. So
I didn't even have to ask the question. You're already saying it's a surreal moment.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, nothing will be possible, without the Most High, you feel what I'm saying, and my family and my friends, and, just everybody supporting me, and just paving the way for me and mentoring me and guiding me, throughout my whole journey. So shout out to everybody back at home, man. I'm coming back home. Philly, y'all know what's up. We got to turn up. We got to get lit. We got to win another freaking Super Bowl next year, man. It's on.
Never give up the microphone unless you're giving it to a draft pick that's going to a Super Bowl champion. What was it like to receive that phone call from a general manager that constructs a championship roster?
Man, it was a surreal feeling, just getting that call and just being here and, just having that opportunity and, maximizing my opportunities when I was younger and, just leading it to this point. So I'm just extremely grateful and I'm honored.
And you have a future in television when you're done playing. Congratulations.
You're damn right.
Sign him up, a kid from Camden County in New Jersey.
With the 32nd pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Kansas City Chiefs select Josh Simmons, tackle, Ohio State.
There you go, Josh Simmons from the Ohio State. So night one is in the books. It started with Cam Ward and then Travis Hunter, Abdul Carter after him. Will Campbell of the New England Patriots, Ashton Jeanty wound up going to the Raiders. A big night for 32 young men and their families.
First one gave Tampa Bay a first. 3rd and 6. Mayfield.
That's crazy. Not for real, dog.
With the 21st pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Pittsburgh.
No Shador is crazy. No Shador is crazy.